Today we're working with Language Arts, Lesson 3. First of all, we're going to do a little bit of review. So let's look up at the chalkboard and let's do some review. So right here, we have our special endings that have the long O sound, okay? So let's say these together. O-L-L says old. O-L-L says old. O-L-T says oat. O-L-T says oat. O-T-H says oath. O-T-H says oath. O-S-T says oast. O-S-T says oast. O-L-D says old. O-L-D says old. Okay, now let's look at how we add suffixes, okay? So all of these words here are ways we add suffixes. So now, how do we change, we notice all of these words So next we're going to look at how we add suffixes, okay? So all of these words here are words that we're going to add suffixes to. Let's look at this row right here of words, okay? Let's look at these 4 words right here. What do every one of these words end with, okay? Let's look what they all end with. They all end with Y, right? Now remember, there's 2 different ways to add suffixes to words that end with Y. Remember that we underline the letter that comes right before Y, and then we'll go from there. So let's underline all the letters that come right before Y. These are the letters that we're going to look at to know how we're going to add these suffixes. Now, how do you add a suffix to a word that ends with Y and has a consonant in front of it? Because N is a consonant. How do we add a suffix to a word that is spelled consonant and then Y? Okay? So here's the rule. When a word ends with a consonant before the Y, change the Y to I before adding the suffix. Okay? So if there's a consonant before the Y, we change the Y to I and add the suffix. And we're going to want to add the suffix EST. Okay? This word is sunny. We want to make it say sunniest. There's a consonant before the Y, so we're going to change the Y to I and add the suffix E-S-T. Now let's look at that word. That word is sunniest. There was a consonant before the Y, so we changed the Y to I and add the suffix. Let's look at the next one, tiny. What is this letter? Is it a vowel or a consonant? It's a consonant, right? So we're going to do the same thing here. If there's a consonant before the Y, change the Y to I and add the suffix. And we're going to want to make this word say tinier and use the suffix ER. So now I'm going to add E and R. Now what does that word say? That word now says tinier, right? Or the consonant before the Y, so we change the Y to I and add the suffix. So next we want to look at this word, the word tray. And we're going to add the S to it and make it say trays. Let's look at the letter that comes right before the Y. The letter that comes right before the Y is A, right? Is A vowel or a consonant? A is a vowel, right? So if there is a vowel before the Y, what do we do? When we have a vowel before the Y, we let the Y a Y, right? So we don't change anything. We simply just add the suffix. We don't change the Y to I because it is a vowel. When there's a vowel, don't change the Y. We're simply going to add the suffix, just like that, and make that word say trays. Let's look at the next word, monkey. We want to make it say monkeys. Now let's look at the letter right before the Y. It is an E. And what is that? Is that a vowel or consonant? It's a vowel, right? So there's a vowel before the Y. We let the Y and simply just add the suffix. And that word now says monkeys. So if there's a consonant before the Y, change the Y to I and add the suffix. There's a vowel before the Y, simply just add the suffix, okay? Let the Y, Y. Now let's look at these words over here. These words are words ending with the silent E, right? These words have the silent E. Now, how do we know how to add suffixes to these words? Remember that if we're adding a vowel suffix, we drop the E and add the suffix. If we're adding a consonant suffix, we leave the E and just simply add the consonant suffix. So let's look at the first one, the word tame. We're wanting to add the suffix est. Now, is that a vowel suffix or is that a consonant suffix? We tell by looking at the very first letter. Like in this one, the E. Is E a vowel or a consonant? E is a vowel, right? So we are going to drop the E and add the suffix. And now what does that word say? That word says tamest. Because look, we couldn't have two E's there. If we would have left the E there, then we would have had two E's. So we had to drop the silent E and just simply add the suffix. So look at the next word, safe, and we want to add the suffix ly and make it say safely. Now, what kind of suffix is this? What does that suffix begin with? It begins with a consonant, right? So when there's a suffix that begins with a consonant, we leave the E and simply just add the suffix, right? So we're just going to add the suffix ly. Now that word says safely. So if it begins with a vowel suffix, we are going to drop the E and just add the suffix. If it begins with a consonant suffix, we're going to leave the E and simply just add the consonant suffix. Okay, let's look at our lesson. Lesson 3, naming and doing words. So today we're going to talk about naming words and doing words. Let's look at the very top box. The top box says you can name it. So naming words are things that you can touch or see, okay? So anything that you can touch or anything that you can see. And then right inside the box, you see the picture of the hand and the picture of the eyes. And it says you can touch, and the other one says you can see. So let's look at each one of those things in this box. This box, everything you can either touch or you can see. Some of them you can do both. So let's look at the first one, cap. A cap you can touch and you can see, right? The next one is cactus. Now, it might hurt to touch a cactus, but it's a plant, so you could touch it, right? And you can definitely see it. Ship. If you get close enough, you can touch it and you can see it, right? Squirrel. You can touch it and you can see it. The sun. Now, you can't touch the sun, but you can definitely see the sun, right? So naming words are things that you can see or touch. Let's look at a few more naming words. This is naming. What about a purse? Can you touch a purse? Can you see a purse? Absolutely, right? So purse is a naming word. Chalk. Can you touch chalk, like the chalk that you use to write on the chalkboard? This kind of chalk. Can you touch chalk? Absolutely. Can you see it? Absolutely. Paper. Can you touch a paper? And can you see a paper? Yes, you can. So these are all naming words. All of those words in the top box are naming words. It's things you can touch or see. It can be anything. Desk, pencil, anything. Anything you can touch or see. Let's look at the next box. You can do it. So doing words are the other kind of words we talked about. So we talked about naming words. Now we're going to talk about doing words. Doing words are something that you can't see and touch, but it's things you can do, okay? So let's look at that box. The first one says chase. You can chase something, right? It's an action. You're doing something. Pray. We can pray, right? Kick and grin. It's things that we can't touch, but it's things we can do, right? We can chase, we can pray, we can kick, we can grin, and let's look at a few more doing words. It says doing. We can run, we can smile, and we can talk, right? So, doing words are things that you can do. Physically you can do, but you can't always touch and see them. Naming words are something you can touch or see. It is a thing. And doing words are something that you can do. Run, jump, talk, skip, play, pray, anything you can do. Okay, so yes, naming words name something. Doing words are doing something. Let's look at our lesson. Part 1. Underline the words you can name. Circle the words you can do. So, naming words, remember, something you can touch or see. So you go through there. First one is a lamb. Can you touch and see it, or is it something that you're doing? Okay, you can touch and see it, right? So that would be a naming word. You underline the word lamb because it is something that you can touch or see. The next one below it is sing. Can you touch or feel sing, or can you do sing, or can you sing? You can sing, right? So sing is something that you're doing. So that is a doing word, and you circle the doing word. So circle the word sing. You go through the rest of those. If you can do it, it is a doing word, and that means you circle it. If it's something you can touch or see, it is a naming word, and you underline it. Now right below it in that little box is the word divide, okay? This is a word that you need to look at and memorize because it will now be in directions, and you will need to recognize the word divide. So let's say that word together as you look at it. Divide, 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 okay? Practice that word a little bit and get very familiar with it. Part 2, underline the letter before Y. Write the word and add the suffix. So in this part, it gives you the rule, vowel before Y, do not change Y to I, okay? So if there's a vowel before Y, do not change the Y to I. You look at those 3 words. Underline the letter that comes right before Y, just as we did in these. See how we underline these letters right here? The letter that comes before Y, underline them, and then if it's a vowel, don't change the Y. If it's a consonant, change the Y to I and add your suffix. Next, we have our word box. Practice those words. Say those to somebody, have them time you, and write the amount of time that it took you on your schedule sheet. Part 3, we remember. Write the 2 words the contractions come from. So it has the contraction let's and the contraction won't. You write the 2 words that make those contractions. Part 4, underline the root word box, the prefixes. Remember the prefixes are a, un, in, d, and dis. And prefixes are words that you find at the beginning of words. So they're letters added to the beginning of words. Part 5, match the rhyming words. Remember rhyming words are words that sound the same, they have the same endings. So you go through there and you find the words that rhyme. Part 6, underline the compound words, divide the compound words. Okay, so underline the compound words and then divide the compound words. First of all, you're going to go through there and you find all the compound words and then draw a line through the word to show the 2 separate words. So let's think of the word chalkboard. So the word chalkboard, this is a compound word, right? Because a compound word is 2 little words put together to make 1 new word. So you're going to underline this word, because that word is a compound word. And then it says divide the word. You're going to put a line between chalk and board. Show that the first word is chalk, the next word is board. Okay? Part 7. Match the words to the correct sound. So you look at all the sounds that are underlined, okay? The sounds that you're looking at are underlined, and you draw a line to what those sounds say. Part 8, cross out the wrong word in each pair. So it gives you a whole bunch of words, and in each column is the same word, okay? But they're spelled differently. You cross out the incorrect spelling, okay? Cross out the wrong spelling. Part 9. Circle A or an. When to use A, when to use an. Remember, you use A before a consonant and before a vowel. Part 10 is penmanship. Write sentence 3 on page 45. So write that neatly. That is your penmanship. Okay, spelling. Number 11. Color the spelling words yellow. So in that crossword search, in that search box, you're going to find all of your spelling words, okay? So look through that box and find all of your spelling words and color those yellow. Part 12, write the spelling words in alphabetical order. So you're going to look at all 5 of your spelling words, most, both, from, any, and now. And you're going to put those words all in alphabetical order. Now, if you need a little bit of help, underline the first letter of each word, and that should help you. That is all for your language lesson today. I will see you in reading class. Do your work carefully and check over it all. Make sure you didn't skip anything. Make sure you have all your boxes checked off. And yeah, do it carefully.